Hey, what's up and welcome in. Today we're talking about the Wild Style Adept double fire grenade launcher, hard hitting twin fire rounds. You can get it in this week's Grandmaster Nightfall, the Fallen Saber. And this is actually a correction video. I had a few brain farts yesterday in the video I put out about this weapon. Honestly, I'm totally fine with being wrong and correcting it and learning and growing and putting out something better. So I deleted that video and this is the updated version without the brain farts. And also there's something to be said about learning and growing from other people's comments and concerns about different weapons. If you have a different opinion about this weapon, I'd love to hear it. I want to hear from you guys. I love reading the comments. I love figuring out the use cases of each of these weapons and how we can use them better. And with that in mind, I also have a Discord where I'd love to talk to you about them. And with that Discord, I tend to jump in there first and see if we can run Grandmaster Nightfalls with the people in my Discord first. And then if not, then I'll jump into LFG or things like that. So if you want to run some Grandmaster Nightfalls with me, or you want to talk about God rolls, I am trying real hard to grow that community. So jump into the Discord that's linked in the description below. Let's run some stuff together. Let's talk about these God rolls. That said, here's my updated, corrected God rolls that I'm looking for. I'm looking for two separate God rolls. One, a disorienting grenade utility weapon, and one, a single target high damage boss and mini boss slaying machine. This is a solar double fire grenade launcher. The double fire actually does already inherently increases the single target damage of it. And one of the things that I got wrong in the previous video was I forgot about the relationship between blast radius and single target damage. The higher the blast radius, the lower the single target damage. So it depends on the use case. If you're trying to clear ads, you want tons of blast radius. If you're trying to do boss damage, you want as low as blast radius as you can possibly get. I do think there is some middle ground here with this weapon where you're still going to want to be able to pull it out and kill some ads with it. So you don't want to put the blast radius down to 0 with your damage option. But that is something that disorienting grenades already does. It puts it all the way down to 0. So if you're running a disorienting grenade, you're not looking at ad clearing. You're looking at utility, just specifically for blinding things. And then the single target damage does matter a little bit, but really what you're using this for is blind stuff. So with that in mind, I would go with quick launch, disorienting, and in a third column, reconstruction, to have that auto loading effect, to have it always ready. You always have one in the chamber to disorient things, specifically things like Wyvern and stuff like that. And in the fourth column, the damage perk doesn't really matter that much with disorienting grenades. The best possible option for damage is probably Vorpal, because you're not going to really want to bait and switch a special weapon, especially if you're running a sword or something like a rocket. You don't want to waste a rocket to proc bait and switch just on your grenade launcher. So Vorpal is probably the play. 15% more damage to mini bosses and bosses and vehicles. The other option I could see working is Incandescent. This kind of makes up for the 0 blast radius. If you get a direct hit, you blind the room, but also you can spark some ignitions. Could be useful with a solar build or something like that. But I think the best option is going to be Vorpal or possibly One for All. But like I said, the damage doesn't really matter on the disorienting option. And then I like text balance stock with this, handling masterwork to get the grenade out as fast as possible, and then an adept handling mod to up that even more. Light.gg doesn't add that plus 10 onto the handling here, so it would be a 93 in handling with an adept handling mod. That's my first God roll there for disorienting. And then my second option literally just switches from disorienting to spike. And that's my high damage single target option. You could switch the barrel to hard launch, which lowers the blast radius by 5. So that would technically be a tiny bit more single target damage. And the thing about spike grenades, it does 12% increased damage to direct hits. So that 12% is more than lowering the blast radius by 20 with proximity grenades. So this is my damage God roll here. Hard launch or quick launch. Spike grenades, reconstruction, Vorpal, text balance stock, handling masterwork, adept handling mod. Thanks so much for watching, and especially thanks for watching if you watched the other video that was incorrect. Appreciate your guys' feedback. Again, join the Discord in the description below. Let's run some Grandmasters. Let's talk about some God rolls. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Peace.